In the mid to the early 2000s, a 15-year-old Lil Wayne assembled a new crew called Squad Up. Several classmates from Marion Abramson, the last school he attended before breaking into the majors.
I appreciate everybody else who liked the Squad and Weezy as a whole, you know what I'm saying?
Squad Up consisted of Lil Wayne, Kid Kid, Gutta Gutta, Young Yo, Super Blanco, and T Streets, a six-man crew that punished the mixtape game in the early 2000s by releasing 7 SQ mixtapes.
Squad Up, SQAD, SQAD, you know what I'm saying? Squad Up.
That's squad shit. That's the shit.
Squad Up.
To me, the most biggest one that I would say that comes straight off the head, Squad Up.
Do my set up high. We say we gang, call them boys that squad up.
This here's the squad, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, holla at them people.
I pull up in a big boy coupe, nigga, big boy rim, bumpin' big boy shit with some little boy bitch.
I got a new label, Young Money Entertainment. I got me like 2-3 guys that really could rap. Then I start writing for the rest of the cast, and I mean, now you got Squad Up and the history is made.
Gutta, Streets out the East, Fat out the East, Super Blanco, that was my dog, you know. All of them, like Mario, his brother, like all of them, like most of the dudes out the squad, from out the east or whatever, and they from around Goretti.
You talk about Goretti Park a lot of times.
Yeah, Goretti Park. That's the hood. That's the set. It was all Goretti Park because that's where all of us lived. That's where all of us hung every day. It was just a bunch of little chickens from Goretti Park.
I could just see them and, you know, holler at them. That was it. You know, they would be on the tour buses where that was Lil Wayne partners, you know?
None of us was rappers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody wasn't no rapper. Gutta wasn't no rapper. We just was Wayne's partner. But, you know, we stayed fresh and all that. So we used to be like, man, what rap group y'all is? The Hot Boys, but we look like rappers.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So that's where we got the idea from.
The squad was really like just Wayne and his partners. You know, like him, Gutta, Mario, Sue, Streets, Fee, CC, you know, just him and his partners. Like it wasn't no, like a rap thing. You know what I'm saying? Until I came around.
I'm trying to do me and pursue nothing, man. So Lord know my boys still doing too much crime, man. You know they taking piss testing for some life insurance.
From what I know, that was like Wayne friends and stuff like that he grew up with and all of that. He was around when he was in the East and stuff. And he was real tight with Mario and Soup, which was Sammy and stuff like that.
Super Blanco, we got Squad Up in the building, fool. We about to show you how we rock.
Talk about Soup and the role Soup played the whole thing.
I ain't gonna say I was the brains behind it because Wayne was the brains. It was his idea, you know what I'm saying? But I'm the big brother.
Okay.
So I kind of just put everything together. So, you know, I started off as managing the squad, you feel me? Like making sure everything's straight and all that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Between me and Feet.
Fat is like his best friend and stuff like that. And Fat, I remember Fat having calls at damn near Fanny, his 9th grade year at Abe, it probably was 8th grade year at Fanny, having calls and like Fat been having it. So Fat was always a business-minded one, smart, cool, and laid back like he is today. And I'm talking about Fat. Y'all might know him as Fee Banks.
When it comes to real industry power, he's easily considered the king of Louisiana and is the reason Baton Rouge is the face of the new era.
When Fee Banks, Fee had all the right moves in his mind for Young Boy that made that little dude bigger than what he was.
He managed Kevin Gates, Young Boy, but Wayne always talk about, you know, Feet, I got him.
When we get a lot of dough on the strength of me, get a lot more on the strength of Fee.
He's the founder of Lil Wayne's Young Money label and the man behind the curtains that pull the strings for many artists' careers, including NBA YoungBoy, Kevin Gates, Quando Rondo, D1, and many who came before them. He's a 5'5", 145-pound executive giant known to the globe as Fee Banks.
Fee Banks?
Fee Banks? Fee
Global Money, Fee.
Good Money Globe.
He is a J Prince of New Orleans. You feel me? With J Prince of Louisiana. Put it like that. He could touch a lot of shit. You feel me? And his business be there.
The dude got connections. He can open doors, and he is a bridge, a gateway to getting you to that next level. Fee Banks had already had experience with the music business from Squad Up, Lil Wayne.
Think about Fee like Jim Jones. How he could see the videos and how Fee was able to direct the shit and say, we're going to dress like this is going to be our swag. Because everybody in the squad always say Fee was a natural born leader. Kind of like how Jim was, and they clicked too with Dipset.
As far as a top exec that's from New Orleans, I would say he the top dog with this shit right now.
When a nigga was about to try to tax Kevin Gates for a fucking video, and the nigga didn't want to do it, and Fee called that, and yeah, man, you know that, yeah, that's artist I'm working with, such and such. You heard me? 2 Chainz. Oh, hey, Fee, I ain't know, you was fucking with that? All right. And they got the shit done.
With the powerful business mind of Fee Banks and the celebrity of Lil Wayne, the squad couldn't lose. They force-fed the streets with banging mixtape after mixtape, and in no time had the entire state of Louisiana, as well as surrounding areas, rocking with them.
The squad played a big part in the flyness and introducing the mixtape culture to New Orleans, because before that, he wasn't rapping on nobody beats or whatever. And when Wayne did that with them, it was disruptive. The way they was dressing was different from the Hot Boys. But Lil Wayne and the squad were the first to bring that New York shit to the city. And them dudes was out the East, so they took that whole Dipset swagger and that G-Unit swagger and the flyness, and they did it.
Squad Up had gained a strong following that stretched through a few states and was rapidly stretching further until they hit a major bump in the road. And that bump was the Birdman.
It always was around.
Right.
He was playing with the Squad Up shit, so Young Money been around. We've been doing shit, but it ain't never had that risen.
And Wayne even got shitted on Rap City when he said, I want to shout out the whole Squid Eye, and Baby looked at him like, man, is this serious? And BG said, I want to shout out the whole Cash Money clique and knock Wayne's head off his head.
I want to shout out the whole Squid Eye, you know, Mario, Sammy, Jay, Fifi, T-Red, Lil Maul, my mama, everybody else, you heard me, rest in peace, Rabbit.
He was trying to let him know, like, man, I'm just shouting out, man, it's Cash Money time.
Uptown for life, Cash Money Millionaires Project.
So Birdman didn't approve of the squad.
From what Soup said, even in interviews, Birdman wasn't really trying to get behind him like that. I'm thinking it's because Birdman's so uptown, because that's where he's from, and they wasn't flying the uptown flag. Now, if they were from uptown, think about it. He would have loved it.
Birdman wasn't really fucking with him. And that's my dog. He wasn't really, you know, that old head. Like, he had already been hit for millions. So you already know when a nigga hit for 100 M's, they gonna say my way is the right way.
We rap New Orleans East down to the fullest. First ever come and rap game out New Orleans East.
The squad come with a whole new flavor, and Wayne saying he's the next little dudes, and Wayne groomed them. Why not work with them? Well, because they're at the East, and nobody ain't trying to hit them. But the city thought different, because the city was the squad.
I remember pulling up to Project Chick video with Squad Up on our headband, you feel me? And the nigga made us turn that bitch around, son. Like, he wasn't understanding it, but that's our dog right now. Like, you do
They made it turn around so it wouldn't get.
Yeah, it was like, he wasn't fucking with it.
Think about it, Jay-Z would have not let Cam and them be on Dips on Rockefeller, because he felt like, man, they ain't from Brooklyn, I ain't trying to fuck them. But look how much flavor Harlem got when they hit the game. So if Baby would have gave the squad a chance to really do that, ain't no telling how big them dudes would have been. He got in the way of what could have been, or whatever. Wayne already was on the greatness before, and even though Drake and Nicki phenomenal, he wound up doing that later, but he was on to it back then with them.
Gutter and all them boys been around, they day ones.
Yeah.
And when them other ones came, that shit.
So if Baby would have set back and put the bag behind them dudes, that would have been a whole nother one. But at the time, I don't think Baby was ready to just let go of the wheel.
My reliable sources say while working on their album to turn into Cash Money Records, Lil Wayne was given strict orders by the Birdman to dismantle or leave Squad Up because he didn't trust or fuck with a certain member in the group. Lil Wayne followed suit and the breakup began.
It wasn't really a breakup with Cash Money, it was a breakup with Weezy Weep.
On a lot of the music that was mixed for my album, it involved a lot of those business partners, and by me changing them and switching them out, I didn't want to put no music out with them still involved in it, you know. I'm talking about these little guys.
Oh, Squad Up.
Whoever they are.
The process is moving a little bit too slow for us. We impatient.
I ain't lying, dog. Ever since the breakup, it's like shit just been falling from the sky. Ice, I might trip over a stack nowadays.
It was just a matter of time before emotions got involved, and they did.
Yeah, I'm a boss, Lil Wayne. It wasn't really a breakup with Cash Money. It was a breakup with Weezy Weep.
Squad Up, pimpin', that's my fam. You don't know Soup, cause you know Sam. The process is moving a little bit too slow for us. We impatient. When I catch you, I'ma whip you like your meat. Little nigga, you gon' respect a real OG.
When my other business partners left, they felt the need to diss me on a few records.
Yeah.
My big brother Jeezy stepped up and handled that for me.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that in the industry. Jeezy took that from me.
The whole beef with the squad, how did it come about?
Shit, bro, I really don't know, bro. But what I do know, I remember one time, Sam and them, I saw them somewhere in the East, and they was trying to get me to do a skit for them. Mind you, I ain't really know the beef with them and Lil Wayne. Tell me, yeah, Lil Wayne, this and that. I said, man, I ain't about that there, bro. I'm not doing that beef shit, bro. You know, Lil Wayne ain't never did me nothing. And I never got on there and did no skit for them, you know. Wayne was looking out for them little dudes, bro. I remember, I was there.
The breakup turned into a real civil beef that was actually taken to the streets once Lil Wayne friend and former Hot Boy member BG got involved. Several violent episodes broke out between members of Squad Up and BG's rap group, the Chopper City Boys. Most notably was the New Orleans East Waffle House brawl between the two groups that ended in broken furniture and bloodshed.
How he did this little song, man, dude, he just dissed y'all, da-da-da-da. So when I get home, I go around Goretti, every car that passed bumping that new BG. Where he killing us. I'm a was so fucking fire. Like he talking about don't come to the club, nigga gonna snatch your chain. Now everybody looking at my jewelry every time I walk out to see if I got my chain. So that's when I went across the river. It was 5 in the morning. That's when I did my little thing.
Christopher Dawson, you know you nigga. Baby gangsta don't fucking play with me, nigga. I'll blitz you 24/7, nigga. You know me, nigga. You know what the knuckle game be like. This what you want, though. About to give it to you.
Several episodes broke out against Squad Up and BG's rap group, the Chopper City Boys, and was about to get worse until the mutual friend and former Squad Up executive Fee Banks got involved. Fee stepped in with the power of a young Jay Prince and put a stop to what could have taken a turn for the worst. Fee put together a one-on-one with the heads of each label, and just like that, the beef was squashed.
Good to see the young Squad niggas and BG together peacefully and not beefing, you know what I'm saying? I've been following the underground circuit and I heard them beefing and I was surprised to see them together. That's good to get that money together.
A civil war would have been easy destruction for both sides, so instead they used the momentum from the beef and turned it into ticket sales, a concert highlighting both labels.
God, Doogie, like, that was my boys. Like that shit should have never got to where it went. Me and Doogie is real friends. We probably was tighter than we the same age. Wayne and my little brother and them, they was younger than us. So Doogie is more me, Fee age. That's out. So you think what I'm saying? Cause that's after me, him, and Fee, we had squashed this shit out the House of Blues, and then we left there and booked the tour with Akon.
That's the first time I knew about that. That's how
yeah.
We talk about the breaking up of the squad.
We had money. We had a little fame. We was kids, childish. Then goddamn ecstasy pills hit, the Wiggers hit from California. So now you got drugs, you got money, you know what I'm saying? You just got everybody out their top. So, you know, it would be handled different now, niggas older, you know what I'm saying? They got different priorities and shit like that. But that was just niggas wild and like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas was just wild. You already know how I was, Wayne.
When like the squad like first broke up and all that kind of shit, you know, it was more like, yeah, fuck, I ain't think this shit was gonna be everything anyway. You get what I'm saying? So I'm back to on some other shit.
With the loss of Lil Wayne, as well as major backing from the world's biggest rap record label, the squad continued. And with their newfound independence, they began laying their blueprint for an industry takeover.
I get my purple from Dip, I sip purple with Flip. I'm the king of the flip, look at my watch and my whip. Whoa, Squad Up, they done cut us loose. Rose gold cover all of my tooth.
With the powerful business brain of Fee Banks, aggressive management of Super Blanco, and the sound that was ahead of its time, they were ready, but were soon dismantled as a movement due to street matters that led to a major investigation on certain group members.
We kidnapped you, and had you way in Columbus, Ohio turned up, but see, where we lost communication, nobody don't really know. The feds hit us out there, right before we were supposed to drop our second album. So a lot of that come from my hands tied. So that's how I'm like, if Wayne gonna fuck with you, you know what I'm saying? Go do that. I can't do nothing for y'all right now. You dig what I'm saying? So that's how Gutter Nut and a lot of them went back to fucking with Wayne.
I come with a toy boy like a Happy Meal and use a mother duck Daffy deal.
But you, cause remember when you had left Ohio? We had you out there with us.
And then y'all was strong as a motherfucker. Like
yeah, see, we got banged up.
And even without Wayne, that shit was still,
we had to got a deal with Def Jam. We was good. We was moving.
And that's what happened.
Yeah, so we had got banged up. You dig what I'm saying? See, nobody don't really know this. the story of what they banked us up in Ohio. Froze all the accounts. And once the money froze, ain't nothing you could do.
You say, so if I keep hearing you saying that you did some time and stuff. Was that linked to that? Was that had anything to do with it?
No, that come after that. That come after that. That come me leaving Ohio, coming back to New Orleans, just trying to run my bag back up. So I got hit on some fluke shit. You dig what I'm saying?
Okay. Damn. Anyway, was that tied to the music? With them being drawn to y'all as far as?
I can't say that. Like I said, when you get high, you move sloppy. You know what I'm saying? Damn. When your priorities is out, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't moving right, correct, just honestly. So I had to take my lick. I ain't never been to the principal's office. Like, I hustled all my life. So when I got up there, I'm like, man, you niggas having too much fun up here. I don't live like this. I got a motherfucking California king. So once I got out that bitch, nigga just focused. You feel me?
So that whole movement, right? Let's say that never happened. What do you see that going? Like if y'all never got banged up in the whole squad movement, because that shit was strong as fuck.
Yeah, it would be one of the biggest groups ever. Like we still, if you could. To me, you still can't name top 5 groups without saying Squad Up. You dig what I'm saying?
In the end, Lil Wayne continued his journey to the top. Gutta Gutta, who was part of Squad Up, continued with Lil Wayne and even joined him when he started the Young Money brand. Kid, another former Squad member, was brutally shot in New Orleans and left for dead, but he survived. Signed to G-Unit.
So the bridge from the Squad to the song with Wayne.
Mrs. Officer?
Yeah, Mrs. Officer. Yeah. How'd that come about?
Dude just reached out to me, man. He reached out to me just on some shit like, man, what's up? Like, what's good? Like, what you doing?
Say, bro, when the song hit, did that change your life at all?
Yeah, definitely. Man, hell yeah. Cause that I feel like, even though the Squad shit was big, right? You know what I'm saying? It was big and it was, nation and stuff. But it was more, like the Squad shit was big in the streets everywhere. You know what I'm saying? When it came down to the Mrs. Officer shit, now you got people grandmas and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's knowing, knowing your verse and knowing all this and that for real. You know what I mean? For real, bro. So like that shit was buku different.
How you became a household name.
Different. Yeah, for real.
After the Carter 3, Wayne went on to drop 6 more albums with Cash Money, but in the midst of it all, started his own movement and called it Young Money Entertainment.